Yep, Gravel Roads Radio Outdoors, episode number 3. Boys, ready for this?
We're back.
We're so back. So back.
Grew up in the sticks.
That was a long hiatus.
Learned to hunt and fish. I fell in love with it along about 5 or 6. My old man taught me to shoot a gun. Granddaddy showed me how to cast one. It's in my blood, it's in my veins. A country boy, it ain't gonna change. I love the great outdoors. I thank the Lord for where I was born. Yeah, the great outdoors, it's where I'm at when I ain't here. Yeah, the great outdoors, that's where I'll be when I leave here.
Kind of like that song.
That's a good one.
Catch myself singing it.
Really?
Only that part, though, because I don't know the rest of it. I never even listened to the whole thing.
We got time. You'll learn it soon.
Yeah, I'll have it memorized soon.
Yeah.
Welcome back. How'd the All-Star break treat you?
That was nice.
Yeah.
The All-Star break.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was thinking we worked hard for 2 episodes, so we deserve a break.
Yeah, we sure did.
And we got one.
It was back-to-back weeks even, wasn't it?
Well, real close.
Almost.
I don't remember if it was.
Maybe it wasn't quite. And I wasn't.
It was pretty close.
I wasn't really on the last one. I was just kind of sitting over
you
there.
were lurking, though, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't do nothing.
I got to touch some furs, though.
Yeah, that's
Skunk
right.
out of the deal.
Yeah.
So I would say I won the last episode.
You still got the benefits, but didn't have to do
Definitely
anything.
Definitely did.
Yeah. So we're talking about boundary waters today.
BWCA.
BWCA.
Actually,
And,
BWCAW now.
Oh, wilderness?
Yeah.
Davey probably didn't go with that, though.
No, that's Yuppie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yuppie.
I've always hated
for
that
you.
extra W. on it.
Yeah.
We can go with BWCA.
You're a purist.
I just
Yeah.
like B-Dub. Yeah.
B-Dubs is a restaurant, though.
Wow.
So
B-dubs, yeah.
But
that messes with everything.
boundary waters are long before B-Dubs.
Yeah, it's true. Well,
It's true.
like I told you guys, I've never been there. You guys both have. So I can steer the ship, but you're going to have to do the paddling on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say.
You got nothing.
I got questions to ask, but
Yeah, ask away.
how many times have you been there?
I have been, we started in high school, but as soon as we got a driver's license, boom, we're up there.
Really?
For those years. And then then I probably went there, I don't know, 8 years in a row straight, probably.
Really?
And
Well,
then
you've been there a bunch.
But then I didn't go for a while, and then maybe 5 years ago we went up and did us and the Grand Grouse,
Yeah.
like a family thing with all the kids.
Yeah.
But then then I got into bow hunting. So
It kind of
But-
takes your time. Yeah.
yeah.
Goff, how about you? How many times have you been there? Handful for sure.
Yeah, I've been up there several times. I don't know. I bet I've been there 8 times, 8
Yeah.
to 10 times.
Oh, it's quite the battle. Who's going to get up there
Yeah.
next?
Well, wait, how many times have you been there, Dave? I've probably been
what's
there
the number?
Probably one more
I
time.
can't even put a no. I don't know.
Dave's been there more
It's
than me.
probably 8 or I don't know.
I think Guff's been there 9. So,
Yeah, you got me on that.
Got you by one.
well, since you guys are basically regulars, pretty much live up there, we're going to test your knowledge
All right,
of the
bring it
boundary
on.
waters.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many acres in the BWCA just on the Minnesota
geez.
side?
40,000.
Million.
Real close.
Oh.
Not very close. It's about 1.1, just under 1.1 million.
Million acres.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yeah, and how about on the Canadian side, Quetico? You've been there, haven't you, Guff?
Yeah, I've been there
you've
one
to
time.
that side, yeah.
I feel like it's bigger by magnitudes of 3 million acres.
Well, I'm going to go slightly bigger than 1.6.
Yeah, if I'm correct, it's about 1.3 or
Oh,
okay,
1.2.
yeah.
So
I got you on that.
couple
one.
million acres total.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 1-to-1.
I
Yeah.
kind of needed a point to start from.
Yeah.
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 Tie game, though, Dave.
Tie
All right.
game. Speaking of Quetico, that's the Canadian side, right?
Okay.
What does Quetico mean
No idea.
in English?
Yeah. No.
It's a native word
Hazard
for
a
a canoe.
guess.
Quetico.
Big
What
water.
is it, like Ojibwe or something?
It actually is Ojibwe, yeah.
All right.
Do you speak Ojibwe, or have you forgotten it all since you've
The only thing I know about Ojibwe is 6th grade Minnesota history.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I probably
In your
forgot.
Minnesota book or whatever you had to
Yeah.
make.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about 5th grade when we had to make the little dioramas of the Native Americans?
Is that one? Yeah, I don't know.
We had
Yeah,
to do
5th
that.
grade, 6th
Yeah.
grade. Yeah.
Well, it's a trick question anyway, because nobody really knows what it means.
That's Bush League.
Yeah. Well,
That's Bush League. I'll take the point though. I'm up 2 to 1.
The most commonly accepted meaning is an Ojibwe word that kind of means like a benevolent spirit whose presence is felt in places of great beauty, essentially.
This is Bush League. I didn't know I was supposed to study.
It's a pop quiz.
Wait, what's that word?
Quetico?
Can me, Mike, explain what it means to us?
Sure. There are a couple other less accepted explanations. One of it's French. It means like...
That is kind of a French sounding word, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And
Or is it,
like...
I don't know.
I don't trust the French though.
Quet de
that's
Quat or something. Search for the coast is essentially a translation, but that one's less accepted. And then even less accepted than that is some people say, and this is more of a local thing, I guess. Some people say it's short for Quebec Timber Company, Quetico. But there's no evidence of that company ever existing. So we don't think that's it.
That'd be sweet merch though.
It would be sweet merch.
Yeah.
Quebec Timber Company.
Yeah.
Somebody should start that
buy
up.
that thing.
We should do that.
Start selling 2x4s.
Yeah. Sheets of plywood maybe.
Yeah.
Make a few bucks.
The good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so that's the non-meaning of the word. What percent of the BWCA is land versus water?
Oh boy.
Land versus water.
Yeah.
There's a lot of water. There's also a lot of land.
I'm going to say a third water.
That's probably
25% water.
Getting closer.
I'm going to go 15% water.
Ooh,
17.
That's a tie. 20%.
20%.
Okay.
About 80-20.
Yeah.
But when you think boundary waters, like I've never been there. So when I think boundary waters, I think it's more lakes than not, 80-20 water, but it just seems like more water than that.
Yeah. Well, when you're up there, there's not much, at least in my experience, not much land exploration. Like those woods.
No, there isn't. There
Good
could
luck.
be though.
Good luck hiking through those.
Too thick or what?
Or at least where I've been. Yeah. It's like, I mean, you want to talk forest fires. I mean, there's nothing to get out in the trees and be in, 3-4 feet of just, down tree branches and pine needles. And like, you can't even hardly walk through a lot of it.
Oh, it's thick.
Yeah. Real thick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's one of my questions for later on. How many entry points are there in Minnesota? About like official recognized entry points that issue
70 maybe?
around.
Yeah, that's probably pretty close. I'll say 80.
Oh, 80 it is.
Nailed it.
Son of a bee sting.
Sniped him. Yeah.
I knew there was entry
approximately
with 70 something. So I don't know.
That's a pretty good guess. It's pretty good guess to start. Approximately how many lakes?
In the boundary waters?
Yep. And I don't know so in Minnesota, in order to be defined as a lake, it has to be 10 acres.
Is that what it is?
Yep. And I don't know if that applies in the boundary waters too or not. This is just, I don't know, in the Googling that I came up with.
Well, it's in the thousands, right? It's got to be in the thousands.
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean,
is it like
1 million acres of land? Yeah, I'm guessing. Oh, boy. 8,000. No, that's way too high because we landed.
That's way too high.
Okay, let's go. Wait, how many did you say?
I said in the thousands, but I don't think it's like, I think it's south of 5,000. I'm going to say it's like 2,000 lakes or something.
Well, I'm going to stick with 1,000.
About 1,100.
Oh, Dave.
Well, then I thought land at 10,000 lakes. Well, that's a small part.
Here's the problem, though. You said 10,000, but you just had the decimal point in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
You meant 1,000. You're actually right on to begin with. So, that guy's brilliant.
I'm not a stat genius.
Well, yeah, I can tell.
Are you a DC grad?
Yeah, that's DC math for sure. For sure. How many miles along the Minnesota-Canada border does the boundary waters take up? About. I Googled this once and AI
kind of meanders a bit. So it's going to be like twice what you think it is.
AI gave me one answer and then that was too high in the research I did. So
meandering miles. Yeah, I'm going to try not to overshoot it. I'm going to say 80.
Okay.
It's way more than that.
It is?
Yeah. I don't know.
I was going to take a stab at it.
It's more than that.
I was going to say like 500. I'm going to stick with 500.
It's way less than that.
Okay.
Well, that's a poke. That's like from here all the way up there is less than 500.
I'm just picturing the thing.
Yeah, I can see if you go on every lake.
Like,
and stuff,
like when they talk about lineal feet of shoreline.
Yeah, it's a lot
There's
more.
no way.
Yeah. But also that would require a lake to be on the border, right? Because then it would have to go along and then down around the southern shore of the lake, and
that's true. The border kind of runs through, it's all through water.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
Probably.
Is it completely? I don't know.
Likely.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's about 150.
Or maybe not.
150.
About 150 miles.
Wait, what did you say first? And I mocked you? 80?
I said 80.
And I told you you're an idiot, basically.
Called you out, and then you're
It's a little
close.
over halfway there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
When did motors get banned? You can't use a motor up there, right? For the most part, there are some exceptions, right? But
I'm going to say 1982.
I'm going earlier, 52.
1979.
Well, do the math. Who's closer?
January 1st. Well, it depends if we're playing Price is Right. I mean, you went over,
Price.
so I don't know.
I don't even know what the score is anymore. Who's keeping score?
Yeah, it's tie game. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
Next goal
That's
wins.
Next goal wins. Yep. Well, I don't have a next goal, so tie game.
Wow,
I think
man.
I burned through all my
2 participation ribbons.
Yeah,
for me and
2
Dave.
participation ribbons. If you had fun, you won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
So far,
fun?
I've been having a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, then you won. So what was your first impression? Because I have what I think it would look like in my mind, but I guarantee you it's not reality.
It might be reality.
Well, actually, that's what do you think? If you imagine what it even feels like up there?
I haven't put too much thought into what it feels like, other than probably pretty quiet,
What do you think?
pretty peaceful. But
Yeah.
to me, it's like you throw your stuff in a canoe and paddle across a lake, and then hop out and carry your boat for a while through the woods, probably on a trail, get to another lake, do the same thing.
It's the right amount of beautiful and miserable at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
You're sweating.
Yeah. So it just seems real wildernessy, but in my head, it seems more watery than it actually is based on the land to water ratio.
Yeah. All you see is water though. You're never, I've never been far enough off the beaten trail to still not be like right next to a lake or, it's.
Yeah, you might have a long portage.
Yeah,
you might
that's
take
true.
around, you have a long portage where you're on land for a while.
Yeah, I guess the one spot
Depends on where you've been, I guess.
Yeah, we went into, it was out of the truck. It was a 2-mile portage.
Is that the longest one you've ever had? Longest portage?
I think so.
How about you?
Yeah, I don't remember. We've done some long ones and some just grueling up, straight down kind of things.
Yeah.
Which are just, they're sweet. They're character
Sounds
builders, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Especially on the way in, right? You're carrying everything.
Yeah, your food pack gets lighter.
You got to be a little lighter on the way home.
Yeah, a little.
Oh, you
but
lighten
not much,
lighten the load before you head back.
Yeah.
Do we absolutely
we always
need this?
did.
Yeah.
We always did.
Yeah. I don't know. We every time I've gone, we've gone pretty light too. Food's the big one.
See, we're always the opposite.
Yeah, you gear up a little bit.
We bring T-bone steaks if we want.
Well, yeah, we do, but we pretty much burn through anything that's good in a day or two.
Yeah, that it kind of does happen. Yeah.
Right? Because it's like, you might have steak the first
But
day,
we've been
which
up
is
there.
amazing.
We've been up there with 40 pounds of potatoes on their back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've never gone with you, Dave. Your experience might be different.
I bet you it's way different.
Yeah.
But because it's funny when you got all that weight, like when it's in the canoe, it doesn't make a difference.
No, not really.
Whether your canoe is empty or it's got 40 extra pounds, you don't
really
feel
notice it.
Yeah.
Sure.
But you feel it on the portage.
Yeah.
You feel it on the portage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
When you're actually paddling, you probably don't really notice it.
No,
So first impression, was it what you thought it was? Was it way different? I mean,
it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
First time you went, you were in high school.
yeah.
I didn't go till
That's probably 16, I think.
I was probably, I don't know, in my 20s or something.
Yeah. Yeah. We headed up. We went to Brule Lake, and that's it's a huge lake up there, about 10 miles across or what it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Is Brule up on the Gunflint Trail?
See,
Picture.
I'm terrible with maps. Like Brule Lake, I remember because it was huge, but that's probably the only lake I'll ever remember. Like,
Oh yeah.
I was never the map guy. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm always the map guy.
yeah, that's an important person in your group.
Yeah. Yeah. And kind of point of pride. I've had guys with, GPS things kind of getting lost out there.
Yeah.
I'm navigating a map,
Well,
just counting bays and
Like
Like an actual paper map.
paper map.
when
Yep.
you like, so say we went into the boundary waters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say the three of us went in and Mike was the map guy. And yeah, I don't know, just any typical trip. And we both die and the map's gone. You ain't getting out.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. Like it's going to take you a month.
You're not going to find your way back. You hope someone rescues you.
Yeah. So someone's going to have to lead you back because you get up there and just like looking at the scale of lakes and like finding the right bay sometimes or no, it should be right there. Then looking for a portage or something, you can be
Especially
you missed it by a little bit. And
and they're not all easy to see either. Those portages.
they don't have big signs. No signs or anything. So
if you're on a pretty well-used route, like sometimes you can identify it from a ways out. Like, that's clearly the portage point.
But some are really tough.
Yeah, Quetico is almost non-existent when we were up there. Like we portaged in the wrong spot a couple of times.
Yeah,
that's dicey.
I mean, then what do you do?
Then you swear a little bit.
Sure.
Get back to where you're
you have to backtrack, or
you got to backtrack a little bit. Yeah,
because the trails are just whatever trails there. It's not like they're not groomed by anybody. There's nobody that comes out and
it's just foot traffic. So
it's foot traffic,
and there might be a game trail that gets more foot traffic than the portage. So you easy can go.
We've mistaken a few of those and started down them, and then realized nope, that's not right.
Yep. Yeah, that does happen.
Then we missed it by 400 yards. It was that way or something.
Yeah.
Do you guys bring a digital GPS too?
We never did.
You use a map, but
map. Yeah, we've had satellite GPSs in our group before,
or like an inReach or something in case of emergency.
Last time we went, we brought a satellite phone, and I was mad the whole time that the thing was even with us.
Yeah,
never got used. Well, maybe it got used by somebody, but I don't know. I'm just such a purist. Like if I went out there and had an injury and died, that was meant to be.
Yeah,
sure.
But others are kind of like,
I don't think we've ever had anything like that.
Yeah.
Or if somebody did, they didn't tell me about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd go to a bunch of Safis.
Well, because now you might be able to get, do you get cell service up there now in certain spots?
If you do, I'm going to be really mad.
I don't know.
You made that comment a couple of years ago, probably 3-4 years ago. We were talking about something and the topic of Starlink came up.
Oh yeah.
And you said, I don't think we need internet everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. We don't need internet everywhere.
We have it everywhere though. Yeah, we don't need it.
Yeah. If someone wants to be connected up there, there are ways to do it. Right.
Yeah.
But it seems like we're going the wrong way, making it that much easier,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I understand like the safety aspect.
Yeah. Right. That's
that argument's valid.
But, but again,
there's very little spots or opportunities in this world where you can actually turn back the clock and just go.
Yeah. Where you have to.
Yeah. I'm truly off the grid. There's not many spots. Boundary waters is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not very many spots in the world where you can truly get off the grid.
Yeah.
And now you can go there and still be on the grid, it seems like.
One thing I noticed up there is if you're up there for a while, after a couple of days, like, the first night we'd always, have a fire going. It'd be, into the evening. After a few days or, you're up there a few days or whatever, when it's dark, you're going to bed. And you get to like the natural, what do you call it? Like the cycle, like the light cycle and stuff.
Yeah, you just become
normal circadian rhythm or whatever.
Circadian, whatever they call it.
Circadian rhythm, yeah. Yeah. What was your first impression when you went up there?
See, I don't remember what my first impression was. It was exciting. I think, so the first thing we did, we went in Snowbank Lake, which is a pretty big lake, and it's kind of notorious for, you got to get on the lake early because by the time you get to the other side, like the waves are picking up. So
early in the morning.
Okay. Like when
it's a big lake.
It's a big lake. Yeah. I mean, it's not massive, but it's just got a reputation of it's going to be dicey on that lake. So that was my first lake that I ever paddled across, and those waves were coming over the front of our canoe when we got to far into the lake.
Yeah, that's got to be a little creepy.
It's a little. It's exciting.
Yeah,
it's exciting. But I I didn't really paddle the canoe really before then, I don't think. I mean, maybe we threw one in a lake locally.
Yeah.
But trying to figure it out and, Herbie yelling at me or vice versa.
Yeah.
Who was steering?
Boy, I don't even remember at the time. I bet Herbie was in the back. I was probably up front. So actually, maybe the waves are coming to the side and I didn't even know because I was in the front. And I was told that later.
Yeah.
Just never bothered to tell you.
Yeah, but it's kind of a little.
Yeah, when we were, my Brule Lake story was, I think we went there a couple times, but the one time we paddled all the way across. We didn't actually stay on Brule. We stayed on, I think it's like Temperance or something. Sure. The next lake, short portage from Brule to the next one. We stayed there. But then, and we camped there the whole time, I think. And then, we were like 16, 17. And we're getting bored. Like, let's just head home. We're supposed to be there 7 days. It was like, we left a day early, right?
Sure.
All right, let's pack it up. So we head out of Temperance and we're like shorts, no shirts, probably ripping heaters, get out on Brule. And we come out of the bay and I'm looking out there. I'm like, guys, it looks bad out there. Like, we better stay next to shore,
Yeah.
Next thing you know, now we're in the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
Like you said,
were you with the wind or was it in your face?
It was in our face.
Like straight in your face or coming to the side?
If I'm remembering right, it's pretty well straight in our face.
That's slightly better than coming to the side, but that's still
not super fun.
You're paddling hard.
I think, well, I don't know. Maybe it was more to the side. I think the reason we ended up in the middle is because you're always better off cutting straight into the wind. So maybe that's what let us out. I don't know, but it was me and Mike the Hammer Lundeen, and he was in the back because that boy can paddle a canoe.
I believe it.
Like, he can steer. Like, the waves are big enough to where if you go sideways, you're done.
Capsizing.
No life jackets because we're punk kids.
You don't need them.
You don't need them.
Yeah.
No, you can swim.
Yeah, what do you think of a sissy?
Yeah. So,
holy smokes.
Yeah, we ended up stopping at what did we do? We stopped at a island just to take a break, dumping the canoes out. They're full of water.
Sure.
But there wasn't a campsite there or whatever. So we got back in, kept paddling, or busted out our map again, figured out the next closest campsite, paddled it. It took forever because you're up against the wind.
Yeah.
And, but we were lucky because that campsite had, it was a really crappy campsite. So nobody ever camped there, but it was just loaded with firewood.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Most of the campsites are pretty pick clean.
Yep.
And we needed heat by then.
Sure.
And so we built a fire 10 feet tall. We just let it rip and we dried out, but it was awesome.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
You and Hammer, who else was with you?
I think that one was Scott Chimperly and Kyle Rupsa. I think it was.
Man, what a crew.
Yeah, but and me and Hammer also, our canoe was loaded better.
Mm-hmm.
So we took on less water than they did. But like when we came to the island, we got to the island and dumped our canoes half full. And those boys were 50 yards from the island. Took 45 minutes for them to get into it and land. They had that much water in their canoe. It was just
bucking the wind.
Yeah. Not one of us had a life jacket.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Or no life jacket or any clue on what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Yeah, we
just winging it.
Yeah. But it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's got to be kind of interesting because, like I said, I've never been there, but it's different than some other attractions, right? There's not one big thing to see. Like if you go to the Grand Canyon, you're not going to see the whole Grand Canyon, but you're going to see something that's probably like awe-striking.
Yeah.
Like one thing, or like Niagara Falls, right? Like you can see Niagara Falls, pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just a little different.
It seems like the Boundary Water is a lot the same, but it's, there's different, it's different too, different lakes and like rock outcroppings and stuff. I don't know. It
is different. I think it's more of there's not a single attraction like you said, but it's a feeling you get.
Yeah.
You get to experience a remoteness that you don't experience. So the whole thing's one big experience.
Yeah.
More than a single location.
Yeah.
But it is different though, because you'll have like watercolor in a lake will change. It'll be really dark water to clear water. And then you'll be on a lake that's for no reason is a sandy bottom. Yeah. Everything else is just rock outcrops.
Yeah.
And so
like we went to on the Brule Lake, I think this was the other time, but we were bouncing around. So every day we'd move to a different campsite and we were just camping on islands. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. But there's this one lake. I think Scotty wanted to go try it. He thought it would maybe trout in it or something because there's no portage to it or something. And so we went and same thing, hauled all our crap up the hill. You know, it's brutal.
Yep.
And got up there and we're looking like, well, there's not a trout in this lake. You can see everything in this lake.
Yeah.
And so we're paddling around. Now we're just bored. Like there's no fish in here, but we're here, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
But you could see it. And I looked down. I'm like, what is that down there? Must have been 40 feet. There's a beer can, you know, like from the 20s or something. Yeah. And I dropped a jig down on my line. It took me forever, but I finally fished that out there. It's just crystal clear water though.
Well, that's what happens. Like, cause you might have came off a lake that was just tannic and you could maybe see, you know, a couple inches into that water and then it was just blackness. And then the next lake is just crystal clear to 40 feet. Like you said. It's like wild.
Lake Sylvia is clear, but you can't see 40 feet.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Was there anything that really surprised you the first time you went?
Yeah, probably. Let me think.
That surprised you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there was any like major surprises. You know, I got to weather a few storms up there. That's kind of exciting. That really gets you close with nature.
Yeah, a good lightning storm.
Yeah. I mean, we got hailed on once pretty good. Me and my brother Timmy were up there for a short trip and we got hailed on and we were on an island and I think the island got struck by lightning.
Yeah.
How big is this island?
This island's not very big. It's
a few acres.
It's a couple acres.
Really.
Yeah.
And maybe it didn't get struck, but you felt it when it struck and it was loud, like ears ringing for a while.
Yeah.
And it was downpouring and it was hailing and man, you just appreciate that you got a good tent, but you just like crossing your fingers, you know?
Yeah. I remember we rode out one, probably not quite as epic as that, but one good lightning storm, same thing on an island.
Yep.
Yeah. There's nowhere to go.
No, you just like, this is part of the experience. And this is what we get to do is get hammered by this storm. And
hopefully that tree don't fall down.
Hopefully that does happen up there. I mean, I think, couple of times they're up there within a week or two of people being killed by just a tree falling because of a windstorm or something. And that might likely be the biggest danger up there. How else do people die? You know?
Yeah. Probably exposure to the elements and stuff. But
you hear about that. It's storm related.
Yeah. That was one of the questions I had. Have you had any dicey situations, you know, storms or rough lakes when paddling, or did you ever get lost or?
I always fear that someone's going to like break a leg or something. So I think you have to be cognizant of all that stuff.
And then you won't have a satellite phone to use to call for help.
Then you get the experience of trying to rescue a guy from, you know, carry him, put him on your back and go. But that's where it would be valuable. But I think you just got to be smart. And
I think if you were lost, it would be a problem, or severely injured and you couldn't get help, it'd be a problem. Yeah. You know, if you're up there, you know, on a solo adventure or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the boundary water specifically, you see other people, you know, you see other groups. So in a real bad situation, you could make contact with somebody else.
If you had to.
Yeah. In the Quetico, we were there for 7 days and we saw one other group in 7 days and they were way across a lake. And then aside from that, felt like we were the only ones that existed on the whole planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be kind of a weird feeling.
That's the best. Yeah, it's the best. It's biblical probably because, you know, you go to the wilderness for a reason.
Yeah.
And you can just reset completely. And I think that's what's attractive to a lot of people.
I think in a typical spot, if you don't get way back there, you'll probably see a canoe a day or something go by or something.
Yeah. So how hard do you have to look to find an area that there's no human sign?
You probably just have to go farther
inland, away from the shore,
you go,
type of deal.
Less people.
We've had just kind of little excursions where you just like, you go put your canoe on the side of the lake somewhere and you climb a cliff and you're sitting up there and it just crosses your mind that maybe no human ever sat there.
Yeah.
And likely you're right, you know, unless you're on a spot that seems like an obvious trail or a real high point.
Real high obvious lookout. Yeah.
But there's spots all over. You could just go sit and you go, you're you're maybe the first person to ever sit there.
Well, yeah, especially if you hike away from the lakes a little bit. I mean,
yeah, because all the activity is right on the lake.
Yep. Or close to the main trails.
Yep. Yeah, in the portage.
There's 2,000 some campsites, actual designated campsites.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in a couple million acres, that's not a lot, but it still seems like most people probably just kind of go to one of those and just spend their time.
Yeah.
there.
So how far away the campsites are, there's not pretty good sized lake might just have one or two.
Yeah.
It's not
it varies a lot though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some spots that are really popular and there's, they're kind of, to me, they seem like they're crowded because there's 10 campsites on a whole lake.
On a
and
lake,
it's like, all these people, that's nuts. I can see someone else's fire, not interested.
Basically in downtown Minneapolis.
Yeah. But if you plan your trips, you can do whatever you want. You can do that and you can get lost, and be the only group on a lake, have a lake to yourself for a whole week.
Yeah.
Especially if you go off season, which is ideal. Go in the fall.
That's say what's the off season?
That was what we started doing. We started going the first week of October.
Yeah.
Best week to go if you ask me.
Yeah, I'd go. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. September, October in my mind are ideal. Less bugs.
Yeah.
You can still catch fish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you got to work for them a little more, but we've had some fantastic fishing in October.
Yeah.
And then it's cold. It's like, I kind of like camping when it's a little bit cold.
Yeah.
I'd rather be cold than sweat.
Yeah, exactly.
The worst bugs I ever had was in the boundary waters.
Oh yeah, I've had one.
I'm sure.
And it wasn't mosquitoes. It was
black flies. Those little, was it gnats?
I don't know. I call them gnats.
Are they the no-see-ums, the real tiny ones? Or
No, they weren't no-see-ums. These were like gnats.
The gnats, the biting gnats?
No, they didn't even bite. They just, we got to this one spot we wanted, or a campsite we wanted to try. And I think we portaged along kind of like a creek from the big lake down to the little lake. And we got down there and there was gnats. And we just fighting. I'm like, oh, these are bad, waiting for them to go away or whatever. And finally someone goes, let's get in the tent. Like, oh yeah, we have tents,
Yeah.
So we set that tent up and we didn't leave. Next morning we got up. That gnats were still bad. We packed up and got
out of there somewhere else.
Yeah.
Somewhere else that there wasn't as many gnats all of a sudden.
I think they were down because we were kind of in like a low spot.
They weren't biting you though.
Not that I recall, but you couldn't even breathe. I mean, you're
inhaling a couple.
Yeah, they're in your lungs,
Yeah. I think we had the same thing, but I remember them. I feel like I remember
they're biting,
but maybe not. They're like they're little sand flies or something.
Yeah.
And I think we were using an outfitter. I can't remember where we were going in. I can picture the place, but I don't know what it's called. But I distinctly remember the guy that was getting us geared up, putting us in our canoes and kind of making sure we were ready to go. He's like, yeah, once you get on the lake, you'll be fine. They're just on the shore.
Yeah.
They were everywhere. They had to wear. Fortunately, we had head nets that time. But we wore those things the whole time. It was probably time of year. I don't remember when it was.
What time of year was that?
It was earlier. It might have been like a June trip or something.
Oh. See, I've been up the first few times was probably early June or right when school got out or,
Yeah.
And that was the mosquitoes aren't really out in full then.
No.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Probably not up there.
I guess we were camping on a lot of islands too. So that probably helped. You always had a breeze blowing through.
Yeah. That's helpful.
But and then other times were October. So
yeah,
they were non-existent.
What is it about doing things that are kind of miserable? This is maybe back to our hunting conversation too. Like, why is that appealing to men?
I don't know.
Right? Because I think if you listen back to everything we just said, we're not exactly the Ely Tourism Board here saying,
no, they make good memories.
That's the same with like hunting out west though. You're hiking up a mountain, just sweating like crazy.
Yeah.
And it just sucks. And you're like,
I
can't wait to do that again.
Yeah.
Even though it's miserable. So you usually use an outfitter or how,
no. First time we did, and first two times we did. First time we did, we completely got outfitted. We showed up with our clothes, probably just our clothes more or less. We literally got everything our first time. And then we started
and everything.
Yeah, sleeping bags, canoes, packs, food even.
Really?
Camp kitchen, everything. We just said, teach us how to do this. And and it was actually a really cool experience.
Probably not a bad way to start.
Yeah. And then we were hooked on it immediately. So we just started buying gear. So I think the next time we went, man, Timmy might have already had a canoe or something at the time. So maybe we rented a canoe and we maybe had most of our gear at that time. Probably by the third time we just had everything. We knew what we wanted.
I know the outfitters' canoes are like those Kevlar canoes.
Those are sweet.
They're a lot better than anything you find in the shed.
Yeah, those are sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Just
the first time they're, like, do you guys want aluminum or Kevlar? I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, what's the difference? Well, these are lighter and they're like, well, how much lighter? Like, well, 20 pounds or something, they said. I'm like, who cares about
that's nothing.
Who cares about 20 pounds?
and
then later you're counting ounces.
I went to pick that thing up, after we got off the truck, it was like on your shoulder, like, oh yeah, this is way better.
Yeah. What does it cost to go fully outfitted?
Boy,
I mean, it probably varies by outfitter, right? But
it does. And it's been so long that I cannot remember.
Soup to nuts, the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I mean, are we talking hundreds or in the thousands or for your party? I mean,
I'm guessing it was like, I was a party of 4. It's probably $500 a guy or something.
Yeah.
For a week. And we got everything,
including food. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I might be completely making that up. That's kind of what I thought it was.
When we've rented canoes,
it doesn't seem out of line. Whatever
the price is, same thing. I don't remember exact numbers, but
they're like $40-$50 a day or something
it's worth it. So what's that? $25 a guy?
Yeah.
If you're splitting a canoe.
Yeah.
And we've actually had a couple times we had like an odd guy. So we got a 3-person canoe. Those things dominate.
Do you like doing 3-person versus having a guy in a solo? Have you ever done a solo?
I don't know.
We went with 5 once and we took one of those small 1-man canoes.
Oh, okay.
Kevlar canoes.
Each of you took one?
No, we had 3 canoes, so 2 tandem canoes and a solo.
Oh, sure.
That's actually kind of sweet.
You took the solo one, or who?
We took turns. Yeah, we took turns. Really, really kind of cool to navigate. Really hard to navigate in the wind, but
how does that go, like a solo canoe? How does it maneuver?
You almost use it like a kayak.
Oh, okay.
You're right in the middle.
Yeah,
sit in the middle.
Okay,
balance your.
But if they're that lightweight, you're probably getting blown all over the place by even a light breeze.
Yeah, because it's challenging to maneuver a canoe with 2 guys, and you're both trying to do the same thing. But yeah, it's hard to keep it straight if you're in a solo canoe.
Yeah, we used a 3-man, and that was because the guy said, because we were a little skeptical, and he goes, no, actually a 3, even 2 guys paddling a 3-man is faster because it's a longer.
Sure.
Yeah, tracks really.
Whatever, science or whatever. It cuts through the water better or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you also have a 3rd guy in there with an extra paddle, so you got more power. You can cruise in those things.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think we've done a 3-man once. I recall being the middle guy kind of sucked though, because it's pretty wide in the middle and it's a little hard to dip.
You got to get your arms out the side,
and stay balanced. But
how do you portage one of them things?
Same. They're a little heavier, a little longer, but
you just put it over.
We didn't notice it back then. You probably wouldn't now.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, those Kevlars are substantially lighter.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, he said the weight, it didn't sound like a lot, but like a normal. Well, I guess I was thinking back to my dad and Dave Aho's canoe. I think that had a steel stud for the back seat or something. That sucker was heavy, aluminum, but
you could barely get that over your head if you wanted to.
Well, yeah, but you'd have to lean one end on the ground and just walk under it.
Yeah, these Kevlar canoes, you can just pick them right up out of the water and they're just suctioned in and you just grab them
right onto the shoulder,
right up on your head. And you go.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
How long are these things? Are they
standard length?
16
what are they, 16
or something?
Probably 16.
Probably most
16, 17, 18 feet. Maybe for the 3-man.
Yeah. The 3-man's just slightly bigger. If you wouldn't even really notice a difference if you didn't really, or, a couple feet longer.
Yeah. Yep.
What, so as I was kind of researching for this, one thing that I didn't know is and maybe it's not true, but is it true that the question is, what's something about the boundary waters that somebody might not know? And the thing that sparked that question was, is it true that cans and glass bottles are not allowed?
Yeah.
Correct.
You get big fines.
So what do you bring your beverages in?
If you're bringing a Mountain Dew, you just got to hide at the bottom of your pack.
No, you can have plastic bottles.
You pack everything out, but Glass is a big one they get rid of.
I can see glass. Like that makes sense.
Aluminum and
not like forcing people to use plastic seems like a bad idea too. Stuff stays around forever.
I broke every rule that they have.
I mean, beverage wise, we're drinking a lot of water.
Yeah.
We're making coffee. Yep. And then we have some sort of a sugary drink that we just powder that you add to water.
Yeah. Somebody always had like a crappy water filter to sit and pump it or whatever.
Oh yeah. We
take turns doing that.
Life Star or something sweet.
Because obviously you're not bringing bottles of water or nothing.
Yeah.
But
we
never did.
We got it. I bought one of those gravity filters.
Yeah.
So you just you get a bag of water. While in your camp, you just keep dumping water in there and it keeps filtering water.
Filtering it out.
Have a jug, those collapsible plastic jugs.
Yeah.
With clean water.
Do you got to boil it then too, or no? Once you run it through that, you're fine.
No, if you have a good filter, you don't need to boil it. No. Mm-hmm.
It's that clean up there, eh?
Yeah.
Just for the coffee, you got to boil it.
Well, yeah. Which is what you should be doing, you know.
Yeah, Davey knows how to make coffee.
Yeah. What's your favorite place you visited up there? And why?
I'm bad with, like I said, I'm bad with names.
I don't need the names. Just tell me about a cool spot or something. I don't know.
Yeah. There was one spot where we ended up, we were kind of climbing up a cliff and, it was awesome. We were rolling big boulders off of it and, just stuff like that is cool. Like the one spot, I think it was a giant rock. This rock was probably 400 yards wide and, you don't see that here, Just, it was cool.
Yeah, it's cool waterfalls and stuff up there too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's not necessarily a spot, but I suppose it is. We were on Disappointment Lake and this is the first time I was up there and we were catching smallmouth bass for a while. Like one evening it's a fishing story. So maybe I'll just tell the truth. Probably for like 2 hours straight. No joke. We were catching just smallmouth bass almost every cast.
There's big
throwing it in one spot and just if you didn't catch one, you're kind of mad. You just throw it again and you go. I remember that just being kind of a quiet bay and just hammering them for a while. I never had that.
You think that's because they just don't experience fishing pressure or what? I mean,
this particular lake, Disappointment Lake, is what we're on. It's named after the mountain that's right by it, which is disappointing. The lake is sweet. It's an easy lake to get to, so I think it gets pressured as much as anything up there. We might have just locked into it.
Locked into them, yeah.
I'm not a great fisherman, so I don't know how to tell when they're going to be biting or not. But it was just that was a cool thing. What other cool spots? Quetico was really cool. There was a lake, big long lake called Brent Lake that we camped on. And it just seemed like Sasquatch for sure lived there. It's a real squatchy lake. A lot of swamps around it. Yeah. So there's a lot of really cool spots up there for sure.
Yeah. Have you ever run into anything cool, like historical things, like old camps or old cabins or anything like that?
I've seen some of those pictographs or whatever, some of those Native American paintings on caves.
Oh yeah.
On
oh, that's cool.
Rock ledge walls. And
that's awesome.
There's a few spots you can go find those. I do remember there was one portage that there's an old remnants of a trapper's cabin on there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it wasn't much to be seen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know if there's any other historical things that I've seen up there. You, Dave?
No, I don't think I have any stories about that.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen any of that.
Just a beer can in the lake.
Beer can in the lake.
Historic beer can.
That thing was old. It was probably from old lumberjack days or something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
How about anything creepy or unexplainable? There's stories and legends about things like there's one lake that's supposedly known for multiple parties have reported hearing kind of like whispering voices when it's foggy.
Oh yeah.
Like kind of like a conversation, but you can't quite understand it.
I don't know where that's at, but it's for sure true.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I've seen the world's biggest snapping turtle up there.
Oh yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I just asked if you've seen anything cool and you said no.
Well, I was kind of waiting.
Waiting for a better spot to insert your story, Dave.
Yeah. I was waiting for my turn.
It's always your turn.
So we're up there. We're bored. Pretty soon we're skinny dipping.
Oh yeah.
It was a small little, not even really a lake, kind of a pond or I don't know, whatever. And come out of the water. It's kind of like in the evening or twilight or whatever. And I was kind of looking in the water and I seen this, like, what is that? Kind of looks like a claw. I'm looking. All of a sudden, my eyes kind of focus backward. I'm like,
oh no.
Holy crap. And that snapping turtle, I mean, its claw was bigger than my hand. Its head was probably like the size of a 2-liter.
Yeah, I believe every bit of this.
I swear. I mean, just massive.
Yeah. 100%.
Needless to say, I whipped my Grundy's back on.
I'm done swimming.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
No, that thing was huge.
No way.
But I mean, I don't know how long it'd been living in,
Yeah.
I think it's probably 100 years old.
200-year-old turtle.
I don't know. Just massive.
Yeah.
Because I've looked up like the biggest turtle in Minnesota. And it's like, doesn't look as big as that one did,
Yeah.
That thing was just huge,
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. You hear that the beavers are active all night.
Yeah.
So they're slapping their tails out there, especially if you're close to where their lodge is and you're camping.
Yeah.
So
I always said that with Sasquatch throwing rocks in the lake. There's kinds of splashes.
But
the beaver up there, just they're massive.
Yeah.
Massive.
That's a lot good segue into my next question.
The age class, I don't know. The age class of them must be, they've been living there for.
They've probably been there a long time.
They're super fun to watch too. Yeah. Yeah. They're just busy.
Yeah.
Busy beaver.
Busy.
Yeah. Have you had any, besides giant snapping turtles, any other cool wildlife encounters?
No, I've never seen a bear up there.
Okay.
I've never seen a moose. Nothing really like that. I think I saw a fisher or a martin or something. Or I'm not even sure what it was. Something we don't have here.
Yeah.
Saw that once, but.
Yeah, no.
You ever seen any moose or anything?
Not when we were up. Not when we're in there, I don't think.
Or have bears come into camp?
We've heard wolves a couple times. Not seen them, but we've heard them.
I've heard. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Kind of eerie.
Yeah, you'll hear wolves. Yeah,
hear wolves and loons going.
Yeah.
I think we've seen otters on the shore running around playing, things like that. But yeah, beaver, just tons of them up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no shortage.
No.
What is one, besides your basics like food and shelter and water, what's one must have for you up there?
Probably a good headlamp. Although that might be obvious to most people. But I've been out there with nothing.
No, maybe not. I mean, I don't know.
Good headlamp.
What do you wear? What do you wear on your feet?
Just my boots. I like just work boots.
You're a work boot guy?
Yeah, the last time we went up, we knew it was gonna be colder, but we brought so I had my muck boots on.
Oh yeah.
I wore those, but after a week in muck boots, your feet start they don't breathe good enough.
Yeah, they don't breathe good at all.
So they're fine to wear in stints, but if you're like, I think Oscar ripped his boots off after like day 4.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad.
Well, plus then you spend the whole time like getting in and out of your canoe, trying to make sure you don't get over your boots. And so I'm a wet foot guy.
So what do you wear? Just shoes that can get wet?
Yeah. Well, actually, I bought a pair like waterproof I suppose they're not waterproof, but they're for wearing in water. It's kind of like water shoes, but it's a boot style.
More durable water shoe type.
And when I went to the Quetico, I bought something called Otter socks. They're waterproof socks.
Oh, really?
They come up to your knee.
Oh.
So that was kind of sweet. So and your feet just stayed warm the whole time. So you just had to wear something on your feet.
What time of year did you go up there? On that?
It was in the fall.
Okay. So you had some cold weather.
Yeah, it was in. I think it was in September. It wasn't that cold though. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, like when we've gone in October, we've had a wide range of weather. Anything from pretty dang nice to we're breaking ice, paddling back out. So
yeah, we never had any ice on the lakes when I've been up there. We've definitely wake up and your camp's frosted over, and you left outside is frozen, things like that. But not any ice on the lake.
Yeah.
I don't know what other gear thing would be a must have. I'm trying to think.
No.
Well, like the water thing, you got to have
The gravity water filter is a game changer in my opinion.
Yeah, I know those little pumps are terrible.
I can see that. Yeah.
That's a game changer. I don't know. I guess throughout all that, I kind of became a gear guy, just on forums, reading about gear, like, really research before you get the tent that you get, really research before you get the sleeping pad or the sleeping bag.
Yeah, like if you set your tent up, make sure you don't skimp on the, getting the rain fly and getting that actually the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Might save your bacon on a rainy night, but.
Yeah. What's one luxury type item that you'll always bring with? Like it could be coffee or
for me, it'd always be
something that you don't mind packing in because of the weight.
Good food.
Good food.
Yeah, I'm not eating dry food or it's not, to me, it's worth care. Just if you want it. But one thing you can do, even if you're bringing in just normal food, is you can really it's easy to bring way too much.
Sure.
If you really break it down, you can save yourself a lot of.
I'm big on meal planning. Very specific about.
Yeah.
I kind of geek out about. I enjoy putting that together and then shopping for it, and then I bag everything up. This is day 2.
That's
lunch,
a day 1 meal. Yeah, I got you.
And there's been times that if we didn't do that, like I said, you're lightening the load on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
You would dump in a big old pile of food somewhere. It's just extra.
Just weight you don't want to carry back.
Just weight you don't want to carry back.
But you're right about the food, because how good is it when you wake up and you're a little chilled and you get a fire going and you get your pan on the fire and you make some pancakes and you fry up some muckata and got some coffee going.
Bacon,
it's kind of ridiculous how good it is.
Yeah, it's worth bringing to me. Yeah. Going up there and bringing all, army food or dry food.
Yeah.
Nah.
You're not eating mountain houses out there.
You're just carrying it, whatever. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. We've definitely done some is better than others. I think we get sustained more on, all of our lunches are snack so it's, high energy. So granola bars and trail mix and jerky and things like that. And that's probably what we mostly eat unless we catch some fish. And
do you ever plan fish for one meal and just make yourself catch a fish by then?
Yeah, we've definitely penciled in fish and not caught fish. So that can happen. But if we do fish, we're going to make fish tacos probably. So we'll bring some tortillas and some hot sauce and a way to make them pretty sweet.
Yeah. Sounds good. I'm a big fish taco guy.
Yeah. That'll get you out there. This is a sales pitch to get Gary. 3 of us will go 3 wide in a canoe.
I don't think it would take too much convincing, honestly. It's just something that's never happened.
It is a lot of fun. Yeah. And even like I said, I kind of got into bow hunting or whatever. And at first I was thinking, well, I'm not going, it's, early October or something. Like, who cares? It's funner up there than it is.
Yeah. Bring your bow up there.
I suppose you could. Yeah.
I've
never seen a deer up there. But
it'd probably be a heck of a challenge to find one, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think that area is natural deer country.
I guess I don't know.
Like I think any deer up there is like from logging or, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I doubt you're wrong.
Like that pine tree country or like that it's different. It's, I don't know.
Yeah. What do you have to have a permit or something to go in there? You have to get a permit
most
somewhere.
Of the time. Yeah, I think we always the first week of October, I think is the first week you don't have to.
That is correct. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, so if you go a certain time of year, you don't need one?
Yeah, you need them during the peak season, which I don't know when it starts, and then it goes till.
Why would they care during certain time of the year but not others?
Well, they do it to manage how many people are going into certain areas and certain, so
sure.
If you get your permit, there'll be a campsite and isn't it that?
That's generally that's what it is. It's just to manage the population in there. So there's, what do we discuss? There's 80 entry points or something like that.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
And every entry point is allotted a certain amount of daily entries.
Yeah,
weekly
and some
entries,
are different. Yeah.
And some are kind of coveted because maybe there's one a day or something. Some have 10 a day.
Right.
And then they're just calculating if 10 parties go in at this point, will that be appropriate?
Do you have to apply for a permit then? Like,
no, you just go if they're available, you get it.
They're not, are they ever like hard to get?
Sometimes.
Okay. Cause
certain entry points
that's my question. What if there's, a super popular spot that's only got 3 daily permits and everybody wants it? I mean,
yeah, you might be.
Do they have any kind of a lottery or just first come, first serve?
It's first come, first serve. And I think it's time based. So maybe it's like 6 months ahead of time. You just got to be ready to grab that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've done it where we know we want to go in. Like let's know when the day is and let's go grab.
But if you were to head up there, even if it was prime season, but you didn't care really where you went,
you can get it.
You're gonna get in somewhere, aren't you?
You can get in. It's just whether you get a prime spot or So how do you decide where you're going to put in for or try to get? Like you just look at wherever you want to go and say, let's try to do that.
Yeah. I've always had somebody else decide and I'm just
perfect.
Yeah. That's what you do. I mean, now you just get on, you decide what you're trying to do. So there are trout lakes up there. If you want to go try catch lake trout, like, all right, identify that lake. How do I get there? And then you pick one of 4 points that you could probably go in and get there in a day or two, So it depends on what you're trying to do. And then there's certain ones that are real accessible, real easy to paddle and jump lakes. And, there's not anything that's tough. And then people bring their families. Those are big for families. So you kind of know what you're going to get. So for me, I'm going, well, how do I get really remote?
Yeah. How do I get away from people?
Yeah. And what's the best way to get as remote as possible?
So how far is the farthest you've ever paddled in?
Miles wise, I guess that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, the Quetico trip was our longest trip.
Yeah, where'd you put in for that one?
That was a bomb because we met in Ely. We took a van from Ely to Crane Lake.
Okay.
At Crane Lake, we got put on a jet boat, and they took us many miles into an entry point, kind of on the far west side of the Quetico. They dumped us in, and then we paddled up a river and ended up in a lake, and we paddled all the way back to Ely. But I don't remember how many miles that was. It was long though.
Oh, so you came all the way. Okay.
So we took a van to Crane Lake, took a boat to an entry point, and then paddled back to Ely.
That was through an outfitter, or
we had all of our own stuff. We just arranged the transportation. I think we arranged the transportation. We rented canoes, and then we paid this boat operator to bring us. That was kind of a fun experience too, because you take this boat down these rivers, and it was actually a gal that was driving it, and she was just a wizard, just flying through this river system, just like a champ, know when to pull the tiller up a little bit. So she doesn't, it actually wasn't a jet boat, it was an actual regular motor, but she kind of feathered a little bit because it got shallow, and she just knew it like the back of her flying. And then there was 2 spots that you actually had to get out of the boat, and the boat took an old rail system. Rail car over a portage, and that dropped in the lake and away.
How are those things operated? Like hand crank or what?
No, there was power. There was power there. There was some sort of
electric.
Yeah, some sort of a lodge there and everything. I don't know if that was some sort of a state operated thing or what, but pretty cool experience. That part of it in itself was kind of worth it.
Yeah, that's kind of sweet.
Yeah, we had canoes strapped to the top of the boat, all our gear in there, and we dumped us off. We were in the middle of nowhere.
The last time I went with the families, that's what we did. But ours wasn't that cool. It was kind of like, well, we should have just went in a different spot because they just took us across the great big lake. That wasn't a Boundary Waters lake, so there was other boats and.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't really I don't know. I thought that was overrated, but
yeah. Yeah, when I ran into you guys at the school, Morgan was saying you had like little kids for that trip.
Oh yeah, we had bunch of Harmon. He was probably kindergarten maybe, and Levi, and then little Pepe. She was probably 2.5.
Yeah,
it was fun.
What's it like bringing the kids up there? That's got to be completely different.
Well, it went pretty good, but when we got dropped off, we had to paddle. So what was it? So like Oscar and Morgan had a canoe because Oscar's pretty good, and then it was me and Harmon. So you probably always take your best and your weakest, or something. Yeah. And but Eva's going, who's going with me? And all our kids are going, not me. I'm not going with Mom. No way. And
not doing it.
So, they're sitting there arguing. We're all laughing. And like, why don't you want to go with your mom? She's terrible. Whatever. Yeah. finally, so Emma had to. So I think Eva was in the front, or I don't remember. But anyways, they started going. They go on the lake. They just start doing big old circles, and they can't. They're arguing, fighting. And finally, I'm like, what was it? One of our my canoe had a rope hanging off the back.
Oh, sure.
I'm like, well, I'm just going to go tie onto him. Yeah. Because Josh, he's gone. He's like a leader of the pack type. And we actually weren't going all that far either. Yeah. But so I tied the front of their canoe onto the back of mine. I'm like, all right, just, you won't go in circles anyway. So we're paddling. And pretty soon I had to tell them, like, keep your paddles out of the water, because they were screwing me up too. So I just drug them all the way there.
Oh man, towing another canoes, that sounds fun.
It didn't matter. I mean, the lake was dead calm. It didn't really, whatever.
That's pretty funny.
It was funny though.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Josh is already at camp set.
We all got back. He's yelling at her,
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
What did the kids think of that? Did they get bored, or was it?
Oh, no, they had a blast. It was fun.
How long were you up there?
That one wasn't too long, like 4 or 5 days or something. Or long. I don't remember exactly. It wasn't nothing crazy.
They just ran around and did kids stuff.
But it was really cold that time. Oh. That was last week of September, I think. Just happened to be pretty cold.
Yeah.
Kind of miserable weather, but it was still fun.
You guys ever gotten snowed on up there?
Not that I recall.
No,
I've never gotten snowed up there. Snowed on up there. People go up in the winter. Have you ever gone in the winter camping?
No,
up there?
I don't think I would either.
That doesn't appeal to me necessarily. But
you got to really like camping to want to go in the winter, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, this was last week of September, and it was. I mean, it probably got down to, just under freezing or something. But it was windy and rainy and you
can get all kinds of weather.
It was cold weather.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you wish you knew on your first trip that you know now?
That I would say that firewood's not all that easy to find.
Yeah, it seems like, just thinking like you're going in the middle of wilderness, there's going to be down trees everywhere.
You think it would be everywhere, and it's just not always the case.
That's a good one. Because
all right, have you ever struggled with that?
A lot of times, yeah. A lot of times we would be, paddling loads of wood across the lake. You could find a spot not by your campsite, because this campsite, you have to stay in a campsite.
I was going to ask you that. You have to stay in one of the designated campsites. You have to stay in a designated
campsite. So, when they're getting used,
they're usually picked clean.
They're clean, right? People are walking within.
People are lazy, man. They don't want to go
for sure. Firewood.
So the best firewood that I've figured out that you can get up there is like driftwood.
Yeah.
Like if you paddle along the shores, picking up dry driftwood and just load your canoe with it.
Yep.
It burns just perfectly clean. It's really good firewood.
But
sometimes that's hard to find too.
Yeah.
If you're in the right lake or wrong lake or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be tough. And then you use a handsaw, or you use a hatchet, or what's your
like a handsaw.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you like it, like those type of forest or whatever, I mean, if you find a dead tree, the minute it falls, it's already like rotting, and like, so even if you find dead stuff, like a lot of times it's not very good.
It's not good.
I don't know. It's different.
Tons of just straggly woods, scrap pine type stuff.
Build a fire and it's all smoke, no flame hardly.
Yeah, there's some of that. Yeah.
Yeah, in my head, it's pretty much pine trees everywhere up there.
True? Pretty much.
Not a lot of deciduous trees.
I suppose there's probably some birch and stuff too. Yeah, there's birch. Yeah. But mostly pine trees.
Mostly pine trees.
Yeah, tons of, like popple type thickets, real thick thickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, things like that. Bushes.
When you're up there, how are you whiling the days away? I mean, you wake up, have breakfast.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. Like you don't realize how long a day is until you have full days.
Forced to sit around.
Not only to do nothing if you want, but there's not really much you can do. You stay busy.
Yeah. Right.
But if you just kind of meander around and just do what you want to do, what you can, like that's a long day, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. And my favorite part is like some people like fit. I don't even really care that much about fit. I just like making a camp.
Yeah.
Just camping,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Making a camp.
Just doing whatever, getting firewood back. And
that's kind of how my brother Tim is. Everyone would be out fishing. He'd just be sitting back, like I'm
sitting back at camp.
Yeah, I'll get stuff sorted out, and I'll put up my hammock and I'll sit here and
I'm
just look at what's going on.
I like that more than taking like daily adventures and stuff.
Yeah, are you pick a camp, set up camp, and just day trip from there, or are you tearing down camp every day and moving?
No, I'm probably just staying I like just staying at a spot and just chilling.
What do you guys do?
Well, it depends. I mean, like the Quetico one, that wasn't an option. You're going from point A to point B, right?
You're traveling.
Yep. And then sometimes we've done loops where you can maybe, if you're going to be there for a week, you can maybe set up a couple spots, but you got to do the loop. But I do enjoy just going to a spot, paddling and picking a lake, saying this is where we're going to be for the next week. You can get up and paddle for, a couple lakes away in a day and explore, and then you come back.
Yeah.
But it's easy because then you can travel light and all your stuff's at camp, and it's just you and a canoe and your fishing gear and a lunch. You
really can't lose either way.
They're both sweet, but
I mean, you could go up there if you wanted, paddle the first campsite that's open, stay there, and it'd probably be awesome.
Not move and be perfectly content. Yeah.
But then some people like to,
Well, the time me and Tim almost got killed by lightning, that was on Moose Lake. Moose Lake is like an entry point lake. Okay. We didn't even portage. We were just on an island on Moose Lake, and we had a ride. It was a quick trip. I think we were only there 2, maybe 3 nights. It was kind of
never left the original.
No, we
lake.
we just went and set up the tent, and then we fished around the island, and we maybe paddled a couple different lakes during the day. But you don't have to go that far to have the experience.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's all different, but it's all kind of the same too. So it's,
yeah. Have you ever targeted types of fish? Have you ever caught a lake trout up there or anything like that?
No lake trout. Just walleye, crappie, and smallmouth, like you were saying.
Yeah, smallmouth.
Found some big smallmouth up there.
See, I don't necessarily care to eat fish that much. So smallmouth is my favorite to fish for because
they fight like crazy.
It's just a riot, especially if they're hitting like top water. So much fun, just retrieval and just watching them hammer it.
They don't taste as good as walleye though.
No, they don't.
Yeah, no.
What's the biggest fish you've ever caught up there?
Nothing impressive. Probably like a 6-pound smallmouth.
That's a pretty good smallmouth.
Yeah.
I caught a 30-inch lake trout in the Quetico. That was a riot.
That's a big fish.
Yeah. Go check out Herbie's YouTube channel if you want to see me catch it.
On there?
Yeah. Actually, right after I caught it, he's got it on there.
Oh, okay.
We were in probably 100 feet of water.
Yeah.
Biggest lure you could get, and you just drop it to the bottom of the lake. Once it gets there, you start cranking. And once you're a couple feet off the bottom, it's going to hit or it's not.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then you're just pulling it up. So it's really super boring, right? So I was complaining to Herbie that this is no way to fish. Right?
Lamest thing ever.
Who's going to do this? Like, this is boring. We're literally just sitting here, just dropping it to the bottom. I'm just waiting. All right, a little slack. All right, and I could start, maybe fishing, maybe you don't. And then I hooked into a pretty good fish, and 30-inch lake trout in a canoe is kind of fun.
Did it fight the whole way up?
It wasn't a real great fight, but it was just big. It was like pulling it. First, it was like pulling a big log off the bottom. Then we had a little fight when I got to the top. But
I know. Yeah, one time we were up there. My cousin Adam, he had, what was it? They were fishing just offshore, and I don't know if they're bobber fishing or what, but they saw like an otter or something, and it was right by his bobber, and it popped up and went down, and all of a sudden his bobber goes down. He's like, oh crap, I caught an otter.
Yeah.
And he's just, his pole's all bent over and whatever, just drags up. It turns out it wasn't the otter at all. It was a pike, just a massive pike,
Really? Yeah.
But you don't catch those around here.
Yeah. Probably not that big.
No. It was 30, 40 inch or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Just a monster,
Yeah. I've not caught a huge pike up there. That is one thing I'd love to do. Just some ridiculously big pike up there.
Yeah. Because they're up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely. They're up there.
That lake or just about pull you around in the canoe or what? Seems like a fish that big could.
Yeah. No, they definitely, it doesn't even need to be that big of a fish and it'll move your canoe. Really. Yeah. No, I don't remember it moving it around a whole lot, but we were catching some out there with that method.
Sometimes when you drag stuff that far off the bottom, do they got like go limp when they get up to the top, or is that?
Yeah, I mean,
That was a long ways.
Yeah, there was no chance of reviving the thing.
Yeah, it's done for.
Did you eat it or what?
We were gonna eat it, and then we ate other fish instead, and
Yeah,
fucking eagle ate it or something.
yeah, they got to eat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that right. So what would you say to someone that says, I'm going to go into the boundary waters, or I want to?
I would say bring a map. Make sure you know how to read it.
Bring a map like to start a fire with, or
Yeah.
Rent a canoe or get a good canoe.
Yeah.
Because I think those are a game changer. Unless you're not going to leave the lake, then it doesn't really matter. But if you're portaging, I think those are well worth it.
The ideal way to go on your first time would be go with someone who has a little bit of experience.
Yeah.
Show you what's up. But
yeah.
But it's nothing crazy. I mean, I've went with, having the same attitude that we went camping with when we were
you went with Hammer.
10 years old.
You went Hammer.
We just did what
and Rupsa and Chimperley. So you guys made it back barely.
Yeah. We made it though.
No, I think people should try it.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people who don't think they would like it or don't even think camping in general.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know. And then they do it.
Well, I know.
It's kind of
yeah.
sweet.
Like my wife, Morgan, she was thinking that same thing.
Yeah.
We kind of drug her up there.
Yeah.
She loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if you got to stay warm, you dry and warm, and then you got to find a way to get some sleep.
yeah.
So if I think the sleep part's hard for some people because you're roughing it. I mean, you can get sleeping pads and whatever else and try and make it comfortable.
But at the end of the day, you're still in a tent.
Yeah, you're in a tent. You're sleeping on a rock in the middle of your bed.
There's always a rock up there, no matter what.
Yeah. Although
I've never brought a pad. I just figured, well, I can survive with just a week.
I've done pad. Actually, last couple times, Quetico included, I mostly slept in a hammock.
Oh, okay.
So I got a sleeping bag that my hammock just slides right through.
Oh, okay.
So my hammock's inside of my sleeping bag. I hang it from the tree, and then the whole thing's like a cocoon around me.
Yeah.
That's legit.
That's ideal.
That's legit. If you can sleep on your back, because you got to sleep on your back. If you're like a side sleeper, or you're trying to get on your stomach, that's not going to happen. But
yeah, kind of a toss and turn and roll around. But
yeah, I find then
a hammock ain't ideal for you. Then
I find
try it though.
I wake up and I'm just kind of balled in the bottom of my hammock and my sleeping bag's all around me. And then I have a little panic moment because I'm just like claustrophobic, stuck in there.
Yeah.
Can't find my way out of it. Yeah, it was every single morning that was the case. But and it's black sleeping bags.
You are kind of right though, because you sleep, but you don't sleep any longer than you really need either. Yeah,
you're
not sleeping until 9 a.m. because you're on a rock or whatever. Yeah. A lot of times you're up a couple hours before it's light getting a fire.
Yeah, your bed's not so cozy that you want to stay in it.
I got 6 hours. I'm good, or whatever. 5.5.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Exactly. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. What other stories you guys got? I mean, I'm out of questions.
I took notes.
What's on your notes?
I don't know.
My favorite thing about doing podcasts is with Davey is he actually prepares. Like he's got his notes there. I promise you, he can't read them.
Yeah,
can't read his notes. But
let's see. Actually, I might have covered this. Actually, I think I have.
I've been rattled all the way through it. I think it's time to get Gary up there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, it probably is.
I think
it would be sweet to get up there.
Yeah, I covered this. This list is covered.
Yeah, look at that. Accidentally covered all Dave's talking points.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
Yeah, it'd be sweet. It's something that I would like to do at some point. Just never have, and don't have any definite plans to go. But
I can't help but think this is exactly how I feel about hunting. We had that conversation. Like I would enjoy hunting. I probably should just do it.
Yeah,
I got one more. I think one time we built a sauna up there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
tell me about that.
It was not my idea. We were up
in a tarp or what?
Yep, a piece of plastic. It was Greg Kilplo was up there. It was my brother Mike. I can't even remember, but he had this great idea to build a sauna.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever, and he kind of likes to putz around camp and stuff, So he starts this thing and he gets it going, whatever. And finally he's like, well, we got to drag rocks in. So pretty soon there's a couple people helping, pretty soon we're all, keeping this fire fed. We got all these rocks, and yeah, we lifted up it was just a plastic tent.
Yeah.
Lifted up, started rolling rocks in, probably a pile bigger than this table,
Yeah.
of just rocks we've been keeping hot all day.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing was legit.
Was it really?
Oh yeah. We rocked buckets of water and it was just, we all got sweated out of there 3 or 4 times,
Yeah.
but it was an all day long project,
We're right by the lakes. You could jump in then.
Oh yeah.
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 That's a great idea. That's a good story. I don't
But I don't like it was.
Wait. You heated the rocks outside of the.
Yep. And then we just
How'd you move them in there?
just like sticks and just roll them in there. But there's so much iron up there that the rocks were like glowing red.
Yeah.
I think it's just from like the iron.
So you had these rocks in the fire
all day long.
all day long.
Yeah.
You take these hot rocks, roll them into this tent, lift up the side, shoved them in there.
Lift up the flap. And,
Yeah.
it took us it probably took us an hour just to roll.
Yeah, but who cares? His question earlier, what are you doing all day?
What's an hour up there?
Yeah.
Nothing else to do.
But he was messing with it forever.
Yeah.
And we just thought nobody was that interested. But the farther he got, then we started, started calling out.
Pretty soon this is what we're doing.
But it was so much work. I don't think you could do it by yourself or with two. It was all of us, just gathering that much wood to, keep that fire,
Keep the fire
ripping
going.
to heat up that much rock and all that. It was cool.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome.
But then when it went out, we didn't fire it up the next night or nothing.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Sweet. I love that.
Yeah.
That's a neat idea.
Yeah.
Underwater sauna right there.
Underwater sauna.
But he had to pre-plan, so he brought a roll of I think it was reinforced poly he had or something. But
yeah, you guys do pack different than I do. I've got no rolls of reinforced poly. Yeah. The weight thing, we get kind of geek out about it. How many grams is your tent? How many grams is your?
I think it just depends what you're doing. If you're like a long, if you're going from Canada to Ely or whatever, it's probably more of a big deal.
Yeah.
But
you just kind of, for us, we're always these are the packs we're bringing based on the number of people we have.
Yeah.
So stuff has to fit in there.
Yeah.
And then once you decide what's going to fit in there, how else can you save a little bit of weight?
Well, I'm always kind of like a minimalist too. So I've never had a problem with carrying, too much or a bunch of useless stuff.
Yeah.
But so.
Yeah. You don't need to haul like a fancy camp chair or something with you.
No.
You just sit on a stump or something.
Yeah.
You can always find a comfy rock up there.
Find something to sit on. Yeah.
Although nowadays I might appreciate it.
Are you bringing foods that need to stay cold with you?
Sometimes, yeah.
So what do you just bring a cooler, or how do you portage that thing?
Yeah, we'll just bring a
just
cooler.
Chuck it in your pack, and
everything in the cooler starts frozen solid.
Yeah,
and then it thaws out.
Yeah, zero chance we've ever brought a cooler.
Yeah.
Oh, you never have?
No, but we brought. If you bring steak and bacon,
it
would kind of be those would be bring them frozen.
Yeah,
yeah.
And if you're going in September, that stuff's probably gonna stay frozen for a couple of days.
Yeah, you can just
even if
you have some fresh eggs, who cares? And then
a steak can thaw out for 3 days.
I got a pro tip for you on food too. Get some of that pre-cooked bacon.
Oh yeah, that'd be
and just have that with every single meal.
Yeah,
just always have piles of pre-cooked bacon.
Because I suppose that you don't need to
not going to refrigerate that. It's already
tastes just as good when you're camping.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
Doesn't take up any space. It's light.
Yeah.
It's great. You don't even need to cook it. Heat it up if you want. If you got a fire going, but also you can just eat it right out of the pack.
Yeah.
Almost like jerky, but better.
But you got to have bacon.
Gotta have bacon up there. 100%. Yep.
And when we go out west, we usually just, set up one spot and day trip it from there. So we eat like kings.
Oh yeah.
But probably a little different when you're carrying all your food on your back.
Yeah.
Instead of in the back of the truck.
Well, we've always took pride too in going over portages, never doing like a double trip.
Yeah.
Not doing that, huh? Yeah. Typical guy, not taking 2 trips with the groceries. I'm not taking 2 trips on this portage.
Yeah. Just
doing it in one. Yeah.
Suffer through.
But build character.
Yeah.
Build some character.
Yeah. Our last couple, we moved off of that.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
You getting soft?
Yeah, we're just like, well, let's haul the boats over and come back and grab packs. But
Sure.
Yeah. Have a little more patience.
yeah.
Are you guys believers in the whole, buy nice, not twice theory when it comes to gear? Buy something good, expensive right away instead of something crappy. And then
But I probably should be.
I mean, that's a mistake I made with like my camo for hunting, right? Like when I was first getting into it, it was just, that's what I could afford was whatever camo jacket Walmart was selling. It was a piece of junk, but it was camouflage.
For $15.
Yeah, it was like, exactly.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, you realize pretty quickly that stuff is not well made. It doesn't keep you warm,
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, whatever you can afford, right? Buy the best thing you can afford.
buy the best thing you can afford, right?
But
Well,
I bought a pretty good tent, and that thing's still kicking. And that thing's, I mean, it's been up there half the times we've been up there. Actually, it's probably the first tent I ever bought up there. So it's probably been, it's been up there 8 times for sure. And other, you go
still holding up.
Yeah. It was well worth it.
Yeah. Well, even just simple stuff like, in that time of year, like wool socks compared to cotton.
Yeah.
It's like, you mean the same set of socks probably the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cotton socks, your feet.
Yeah. Merino wool's a
whatever
game changer. Yeah, for sure.
But,
yeah. We could have a whole separate podcast on gear at some point, but
our gear's probably nothing like yours. I'm sure. Yeah. You got us beat there by quite a bit.
Well, I don't know, do or don't, but I guess we basically modeled whatever the outfitter gave us. Like, we need that pack. Like, I got to get the food packs. About the actual food pack, and it's really nice square shape. You can really put a lot of stuff in there, things like that. But
I usually just bring my army pack. I got an army backpack, and that one's good because it's got an extra flap, so you can pack all your stuff in it, even though it's not real big.
Mm-hmm.
You can pack all your stuff in there, and then it's got a flap that goes over, so you can put a sleeping bag on top.
Yeah.
And then
buckle it on there.
Yeah, get it all tied in. It's, keeps the water off it. Like from splashing.
Is it a frame pack or just like a canvas thing?
It might have a little bit of like a slight bit of reinforcement, but not a typical
not an actual
frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it has a lot of ties on it you can really cinch it down, and it's completely, it's waterproof and whatever.
There's a few companies that make specific stuff for that kind of thing. So like Granite Gear is what our packs are, and they're just made to be durable in volume. Pretty simple in nature. They're just really big, but they're built super
really
well.
Sturdy.
And then you just get like a contractor garbage bag as a liner you put in there, and you stuff everything in there,
but it works.
It works sweet.
Yeah.
Fit a lot of crap in there.
Do you put a rain flag over the outside then, or no?
No. Everything's just in a bag and be good. Yeah.
Is cost the biggest barrier to entry, you think, for someone that's never been there?
I think you can go pretty cheap though.
Can you?
Yeah, I think you could go pretty cheap.
I think it's about one of the cheapest vacations you can do.
Yeah, I mean, you could, paddle across one lake and find a campsite. So it's not like you have to go, super deep or anything.
No, yeah.
Yeah, there's no, you could take any cheap tent to keep you dry, especially if you went in the summer when weather's not as much of a factor, not worried about gear keeping you warm.
Yeah,
You go real cheap because, you get your hands on get an aluminum canoe, they charge you, I don't know what they charge you, but it's
and like
$20 a day or something.
Yeah, and like the permits are almost next to nothing, aren't they?
I don't think those are very expensive.
I don't remember what they are.
They're not just like $15 or something.
It might be something like that.
For the permit for the whole group, it's real cheap.
Yeah. A few bucks on food and you're there.
Which you have to
do anyway. Yeah. It's cheaper than going somewhere fancy. I know that much.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you do not have to, you don't have to buy all that, dried meals and stuff if you don't want. Like you can definitely get along without it. If you're taking like a beginner trip, just going in and
the beginner go for one night, for 2 nights, you could do it pretty cheap.
Yeah. Super cheap then I would imagine.
Yeah.
You lug a cast iron frying pan in though too?
No chance.
Yeah,
what do you cook?
Davey probably does.
Yeah,
what do you guys cook?
No, we probably just a normal frying pan.
Oh.
Cast iron's a little extreme, but
some sort of. Most recently I got a skillet size thing, so rectangular. It's aluminum.
Oh,
so it's real light, and I just put that over the fire on a kind of a flimsy grate that I bought.
Yep. It's durable enough to cook on.
Yeah, it's durable enough to cook on. It works real good for pancakes or anything that you're.
Like last time I bought like cheap gear versus good, I just I brought up some propane tanks, just the 1-pounders.
Yep.
And bought it just from Walmart, probably $5-10, just a screw on burner on the top.
Yeah, knockoff jet boil thing.
Yeah. And that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get away with the cheaper stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have those fancy, little mini burning.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just
canister things over there.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
And I thought that it was funny going up there because I thought that, like my family, I thought that, well, we got a lot of crap, whatever.
Yeah.
But like Josh and Eva, it was like double.
Yeah.
And right away, but
it's all relative.
we threw it all in the canoe.
And if you're willing to carry it,
it all worked.
Whatever.
You figure it out. Yep.
It's like you could, I don't reduce down hardly at all. And, but there's people that go up there with twice as much stuff as I go,
Yeah.
So
Josh has got a generator and a mini fridge.
Oh, yeah. But we had like a full on cooler, just a whatever. But we ate good and it was fun.
Yeah, no criticism from me.
Yeah.
Do it how you want.
But that being said, we weren't going, 15 miles in or anything like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
It was basically just a camping.
Yeah. You can kind of go anywhere on the spectrum that you want to, from just across the lake to friggin' Canada. If you want.
Yeah. I could understand reducing if you're going a long ways or whatever. But
yeah, it seems to me, it seems really fun, but I just about guarantee Kristen would not want to do that. It's too primitive, and she doesn't like wild animals.
Yeah, she'd hate it.
I think she'd hate it.
I don't know though. Maybe she wouldn't. Though.
She likes camping, but I don't see her enjoying that one.
We had to drag Morgan up there, but she was pleasantly surprised. It was, and it was cold and whatever. But yeah, she had fun.
Yeah.
I got a perfect little appetizer for her though. Our family goes to Fall Lake. Fall Lake has a really nice campground right on the edge of the Boundary Waters. Fall Lake is an entry point.
Okay.
It's an elite campground. So you can kind of get the experience, but it's a real night. You can bring a camper, even tenting there.
Yeah.
Then you have power and you got your picnic table and you got nice clean bathrooms.
Got the comforts that you can
walk through.
Yeah.
But you can kind of experience it. You can rent a canoe for the day right there and you can canoe across the lake and you're in the Boundary Waters. So you can just kind of get a dabble of it.
Yeah. Get a taste.
But also you can have a nice inflatable air mattress in your tent and heater. That's what we do.
Yeah.
So
well, because you don't have to be in the Boundary Waters to be in that type of area.
Exactly.
That starts long before the Boundary Waters.
Yeah.
So it's
that type
of,
geography.
Yeah.
So maybe you could sell her on that.
Yeah.
Shanna does it. So I'm sure Kristen probably would.
She likes it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Shanna can sell her on it then.
Yeah. He'll bother pitch it to her.
Yeah.
If Shanna sells her on it, then we'll be up there. But
yeah.
Oh man.
But you do have, like with a family though, you do have to figure a little bit for, canoe skills maybe, or it would have to match up, if you have two people that have no canoes, like two little kids or something, if that.
I mean, Kristen and Bjorn in a canoe would be a riot.
Oh boy.
That would be
interesting.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah.
No, Bjorn, he'd dominate that.
He would dominate that.
Oh boy. He probably thinks he would.
Yeah.
Until he gets out there and is trying to figure out how to paddle one way or the other. And they're the ones turning circles.
Yeah.
And then I got to hitch up my canoe and tow them.
See, I thought I was good on the canoe, like, paddling, because I'm fully functional on, paddling the canoe, steering and all that. But like that first trip when I partnered up with Hammer and I hopped in the front one random time and he was going, I'm like, dude, you're way better at this. Like he can paddle, like just full on paddle without ever changing sides, without ever doing nothing. Mm-hmm. Like never has to like put his paddle into like turn.
Tiller and everything.
And he can go and like you can full steam up a S-curve river and
the guy in the back's got to be steering.
Nobody's changing sides. Like that's rookie stuff.
That is rookie stuff. And that is actually something we learned from that outfitter that I probably wouldn't have picked up otherwise.
Yeah.
Is the guy in the back, you can do like a C stroke or a J stroke. It's two different things, but you can just paddle on your right side the whole time and
you're never
drive
switching sides or anything. Yeah.
And you just tell the guy in the front, he just paddles. When he gets tired, he switches and he paddles the other side. But all he does is paddle. He don't care about anything. And the guy in the back just navigates that thing.
And it's a game changer because, I'm a better diesel motor than an actual good.
Hey, at least as long as you know your role.
Yeah, right.
Because, he's good.
Yeah.
Really good.
That's awesome.
That's not too surprising considering it's hammer.
But that being said, canoes aren't the hardest thing to.
Well, yeah.
Just for basic stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
what else you want to say about the Boundary Waters? The BWCA W.
Well, I don't know. That might be about all I got.
That was good. That was a good chat. It was fun because you and I haven't been together. So I was kind of like, it'd be fun to compare notes with Dave.
Oh, yeah. Everybody does.
See, everyone does it a little bit different.
Yeah. And they do. Yeah.
Yep.
But I think my ideal trip now, like, I don't think I'd ever do like a long, like what you were saying.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do that. Or if you did, you have to twist my arm to get me to go. But
yeah.
But
if you didn't have to go like that distance, if you had the time, it'd be kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta average 10 miles a day or something. Like that'd be no problem. But if you had to do
I bet you the longest I've been is probably 8-10 miles or something.
Yeah.
But you do that every day. But whatever.
Feels like you could do 1,000,000 miles a day if all you're doing is paddling.
Yeah, you can cover some ground for sure.
Yeah.
But I kind of like just hanging out at camp.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I got you. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, easy hour and a half.
Perfect.
I knew we'd do better in a half hour.
Did you?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, get on one Mike Lundeen story to get you a half hour.
Oh, yeah. Well, now that the All-Star break is over and we're back in the studio, maybe we'll
what are we going to do next?
Yeah, something. Okay. I don't know.
I got one. I got a teaser, but I'll just let everyone know we got one coming. I'll tell you about it after you.
Okay. I was going to see if I got a phone call to make on this one time. Someone's got a deer story to tell us.
Okay.
Oh,
all right. That's the next one.
But I forgot about it. So I don't think you would appreciate being woken up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Get him on the next one.
Yeah. Catch you on the next one.
All right. Peace out.
Grew up in the sticks, learned to hunt and fish. I fell in love with it along about 5 or 6. My old man taught me to shoot a gun, and Daddy showed me how to cast one. It's in my blood, it's in my veins. A country boy, it ain't gonna change. I love the great outdoors, I thank the Lord for where I was born. Yeah, the great outdoors, it's where I'm at when I ain't here. Yeah, the great outdoors, that's where I'll be when I leave here. I've got a Doug dog, I've got a Ranger boat, I've got a climbing stand for my marlin. 30-30, I've got a fishing pole in every corner of the room. I love the way a buck looks in the headlights. It's the first day of the rut and I know where he's at. A cold snap on a warm lake, over a warm lake on a cold snap. I love the great outdoors, I thank the Lord for where I was born. Yeah, the great outdoors, that's where I'm at when I ain't here. Yeah, the great outdoors, that's where I'll be when I leave here. I could live on the water, I could die in the woods. I know my way around, I know how to find the good stuff. I was raised to keep it simple and work for everything I've got. And I've got The great outdoors, that's where I'm at when I ain't here. Yeah, the great outdoors, that's where I'll be when I leave here. I love the great